While the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season remains very active, Tropical Depression 17 formed in the Central Atlantic. It is expected to strengthen and become Tropical Storm Paulette by today. Tropical Depression 17 formed in the Central Atlantic, and according to the National Hurricane Center, it is currently located at 1,160 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands, with maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. It is currently moving west at 5 miles per hour, with minimum central pressure of 1,006 MB. As we look at this healthy-looking tropical system, it has been confirmed that this tropical wave was once called Invest 92L. It has strengthened into a tropical depression. Whilst this tropical depression is very slow moving, it is expected that it will further strengthen over the next 24 hours, and this will push it to become the next tropical storm in the very active 2020 hurricane season. It will become the earliest forming 16th named storm on record, replacing Philippe, that was named on September 17, 2005. Regardless of the development of this tropical system, there are no immediate concerns that this tropical system will interact with land. According to forecasters, the potential tropical storm will move to the north by the weekend, and it may not be able to maintain atmospheric conditions, as these conditions may become less conducive for the development of a tropical system. It should also be noted that a second tropical depression is expected to form over the next 2 to 5 days just east of Tropical Depression 17. Depression 17 is still in the Central Atlantic with sustained winds of 35 miles per hour with higher gusts. Slow strengthening is expected over the next 2 days, and the tropical depression is forecast to become a tropical storm. While we are in the peak of the hurricane season, and of course, these 4 disturbances that are in the tropics are right on cue, because at the peak of the hurricane season, the season becomes even more active. 3 of these 4 disturbances are located in the Atlantic Ocean, while 1 is currently in the Caribbean. Behind Tropical Depression 17, another vigorous tropical wave that has been named 93L has moved off the West African coast. A tropical depression is likely to form by the middle of next week as it pushes westward across the eastern tropical Atlantic. As at this moment, the Hurricane Center is giving it a high 90% chance of development over the next 5 days. Therefore, Tropical Wave 93L is also expected to become a tropical depression over the next 5 days. South of Tropical Wave 93L, there is a third wave that has the potential to form over the next 5 days as well. And the National Hurricane Center has given this tropical wave a 20% chance of development. Based on models, the development of these 2 tropical waves, they have stated that it is too early to know if they will affect land. Whilst it is worth mentioning that the models signal that steering currents will favor a path out to sea for both tropical waves, either way, both disturbances are 3,000 to 4,000 miles away from the United States. Another tropical wave that is in the Central Caribbean has flared up over the past day or so. The conditions are unfavorable for slow development over the next couple of days. However, once this tropical wave reaches the Western Caribbean in the middle of the week, upper level winds will become hostile, likely halting any organization. According to the National Hurricane Center, this disturbance only has a 0% chance of development over the next 5 days. Still, there is a fourth area of disturbed weather, and this developed just south of Bermuda. Conditions for this area of disturbance will be somewhat favorable for slow development as it moves west-northwest over the next several days. This may produce impacts along the Carolina coastlines. And the National Hurricane Center has given this area of disturbance a low 30% chance of development within the next 5 days. The names that are on the list that remain unused for storms are Paulette, Renee, and Sally. Of course, there are only 6 names remaining on the list, and the other 3 are Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. We hope that as these disturbances may dissipate rather than develop into tropical depressions or tropical storms or even hurricanes. However, who knows, the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season remains very much active. Thanks.